I think you'll stay in my life forever. I hope.
What?
In a way. Yeah.
That is so sweet.
Oh.
Really?
I hope you don't ghost me.
I do not feel the same way. That's so crazy.
Okay.
Huh.
Cool. Good to know.
What awkward. Hi guys, I'm Belle Benson. Welcome to a brand new episode of Almost Adulting. I don't even know where this episode is going to live or whatever, but basically, my friend that's been staying with me for the last week, we decided to record like a quick podcast segment before I sent her on her way to go back home. So, introduce yourself.
I'm Daniela Melchior, and yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's that. So basically, I had a pen pal that I've been chatting with for, I don't know, months, 6 months. I don't recall. She was a fan of my podcast, obviously. She DM'd me something. Then I saw, we started chatting. I happen to be a fan of hers as well. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Suicide Squad, but as you know me, I'm obsessed with Marvel and DC movies. So obviously I was like, oh my God, Ratcatcher. Yeah. So then she came to stay at my house. So then basically she was saying how she was going to come to LA. And I was like, okay, cool. Why don't you come stay with me? Because we were talking like a lot about boys, relationships, dating, just things like that I normally don't share with anyone else except my mother and I guess you guys.
Not me.
Yeah. But so it was easy to talk to somebody that you just know you guys don't have the same friends and you just a stranger. It was fun. And then one day she was like, I'm coming to LA. So I said, okay, come stay with me. And she's like, okay. And she came to stay with me for a whole week. She brought all of her rats. It was 103 of them. And
but pancakes.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah, Pancakes ate all of them. So unfortunately, she came here as rat girl and now she's ratless girl when she is going back home.
I love it.
Okay, anyway, so do you want to tell everyone how we met or did I just do a good enough job?
I think you did a good job.
Okay, cool. So tell everyone how great I am. Did you have fun staying with me?
I had. It was risky because like this never happens. Like people that don't meet in person out of nowhere. I land from Portugal and yeah, I'm coming to this stranger house. Like we couldn't get along. I don't know.
You saying we could have not gotten along?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry,
yeah.
For my English. It's not my first language. You neither, but you've been living here for, many times. But yeah, we got along. I told her from the start when I was still in Portugal, like, don't worry. I always know like my place. I'm very chill. Sometimes I'm antisocial like you. So whenever you feel like that, maybe I'll be the same. And yeah, I think it went well. You tell me.
I think we got along pretty well. Yeah. I was actually surprised. Our personalities matched really well, and I feel like you've enjoyed staying here.
Mm-hmm. I did, yes.
And I like prepared little things for her because I like to go above and beyond. So I prepared her room for her. I got her new pillows and a comforter and everything so she can be comfortable. And then for her bathroom, I got her all the
toiletries and
toiletries, just a bunch. And luckily it worked out because her luggage went missing. So she didn't even have a toothbrush. But that's cool because I bought one for her.
Yeah, she's so thoughtful. You are.
Oh, so are you. Thanks. Okay, so one thing that I really enjoyed, I wanted us to listen to your voicemails about, there's ones about ghosting and one is about sugar daddy. But since we kind of don't have much time, I don't know, I thought maybe we could have reminisced about the cool thing that we did together that she really helped me through, which we went out one night to dinner at Craig's. It was such a fun time. I never have fun with just one-on-one dinners. I'm always like, we should have just done this at home. What's the point?
Yeah.
But we had the best time. And then she did the cutest thing. So basically, I was talking to this guy and then it didn't work out. And I felt like he owed me an apology. One thing about apologies is that you never get them. And there's all these quotes about, in your lifetime, you're going to have to forgive people who you'll never get an apology from, who, whatever it is, blah, 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 whatever. So we came up with the most genius idea.
Yeah.
Basically, Mel, we changed her name. We had one drink.
Yeah. one drink, but because we never drink, maybe I
never drank.
Yeah, I never drink. He hit it so hard that we were like so tipsy at a time. And I was like, you know what you can do? You could change my contact name for that boy's name, and I can text you like
apology.
Whatever you need to listen to move on.
Yeah, so we changed her contact information on our WhatsApp text to that guy's name. Yeah. And then we're just sitting at the table while
and I was like, what should I write? And she was like, I don't know, like make up something.
I was like, apologize.
Because it had to be surprise. So your brain would believe in it.
Yeah. So it was cool because we changed the contact name to his name. And then she was like slowly typing the message, the apology message. And she just like giggling. I'm just watching her. We're both giggling so hard at the table. I mean, people were looking at us like, what's so funny? And then I got the message and I wanted to read it to you guys because it was so funny.
I have it here. Let me see. Yeah. Do you want to read it? Do you want me to read it?
Okay. So here.
It worked. So
it's so good. She said, "Hey, Violet, what's up, girl? I'm so sorry for being distant. I'm too busy liking myself and kissing my own ass. I just want to let you know that I'm very thankful for your help with my thing." Like, about your message the other day, I got overwhelmed because I came to the conclusion that I'm just a loser that needs validation and to be chased so I can feel less lonely and insecure. You're way too good for me. I hope you'll thank me in the future to let you fly and be free to find someone that deserves you. So I'm drunk at this point and I go, should we have sex? Yes, no, maybe. Which obviously, because I was upset at her. I was like, no, I need you to like, I was like, you literally just broke up with me again in a text. Like, yes, it makes me feel better because exactly, he is a loser. And I'm like, so then the guy goes, he goes, can we be friends after? Special friends? I can't even say the next things because it'll be too obvious.
No, you can't. You can just say that. Yeah, we kept the conversation.
Yeah, you have to be
to trick your brain.
Yeah, we kept the conversation to trick my brain. So then she goes, and by the way, we were not talking at that point. Her and I are just sitting on the other sides of the booth of the table, and we're just texting each other while laughing. And then she goes, "Thanks for being honest. You really are." Oh, I said that. Sorry, that's me. I said, "Thanks for being honest. You really are a loser." Kisses. And then this is where she started begging for me back. So she's like, actually, I was like, no, stop. We can't. And she goes, please, Violetta, I've been thinking about you. And I was like, okay, then quit your job for me. I can't say the other things.
It's too personal.
Wait, I didn't even know I said this. I said, yeah, I'm so confused. Why do you have such low self-esteem?
God, it was fun. Like it worked.
Anyway, then he was begging me for sex, obviously. Then I'm like, my friend Mel thinks you're a loser. I'll never speak to her again, though. Don't worry. I choose you over her. Wait, I'm sorry. I have to say this. Then Mel goes, I'm touching myself thinking that I could make you so averagely happy.
Yeah, that one was good.
And I said, I totally believe that. And thank you. And then he goes, Violetta, throw me to the wall and call me a loser. I go, that I can definitely do. You're so average, baby. And she goes, I just need you to spit on me. I will come so fast.
Oh my God, I was savage. I don't remember that.
This. And I said, you really know what to say to get me all dry. And anyway, I was like, I forgive you. And then we kept talking, and I kid you not, in a weird way, it helped me because then she came off too desperate with me and it turned me off. And I said, okay, fine, stop texting me. I'm over this. So yeah, it really helped. I was like so over it. That was so good.
You got the ick in a way.
Yeah, I got the ick. So I think in the future, instead of, you know, trying to manifest them texting you or trying to get that apology from them or even, you know, changing your own name to send them all the texts you want to send, have your bestie send you the apology that you've been waiting for and just pretend that's from them to understand what a loser they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the time, friends, because they don't interact with the boy in particular, they see things that you don't see. You know, like he's not all that. He's not, he's not good enough for you. And of course, at that time, you believe that he's good enough for you. So it's good for us to see what like flaws do they have, and turn it into a text.
Yeah. And unfortunately, because I've really decided to not have sex this year, and just by trying to learn how to have real intimacy with people without sex, now that is all I think about. So I genuinely cannot see the red flags, because I'm just like, what does his penis look like? Every guy, I'm just like, let me see you naked, because that's all I think about now, which is so bad. I just need to release. So yeah, Mel didn't like him. My agent didn't like him. So do you think I'll ever talk to him again?
It depends on the level of desperation that you'll have, or
okay.
but at the same time, like, I really hope that you'll be able in the future to have sex without feelings and without,
I cannot
without falling in love.
No.
It could be your challenge for next year.
So next year I should only have sex with losers.
No.
I won't fall in love with them. I will literally fall in love with them.
That could be a first step to it. Like, have sex with a guy that then you get the ick. It's like, at least you didn't fall in love. That's a first step, you know?
I got the ick with some of my exes, and we dated for 2 years.
I mean, yeah, it's your
How's your dating life?
It's perfect. I don't know. Like, I always feel like I was born alone and I will die alone. So every man that passes through my life will be an experience. Aww. Even if I fall in love and I spend a lot of years with them, I'm always thankful. Even with the guys that don't work out, or I find that they're like losers, I'm thankful, because at least I found what I don't want for my life. And yeah, maybe I'm thinking this way because I'm not in love at this time.
Yeah.
But I really believe, like, people come to our life with a purpose, and then sometimes we have to let them go. So I'm not looking for, like, oh, my next husband forever,
Yeah, I like that too. I do think that's a beautiful mindset, and I've tried to have that mindset that everyone is an experience. You can't just look at the bad things, but like, I think this person also was a learning experience for me, because I get to learn how to set boundaries, which is something I've struggled with friends and with dating. So I've been working on setting my boundaries with friends, with the boys I date, and just because it doesn't work out with someone, it just means that it means I didn't lower my standards. Like, I know exactly what I want. And even when we had a disagreement with me and that guy, I remember I showed you the text I sent him, and I felt very proud of myself that I didn't apologize for being intense. I actually said that's one of my favorite traits about me, and it made me like myself more. Thinking about how passionate I am. Yeah, because obviously you're not going to be for everyone, but I'm for you, and you're for me. Yeah. So am I just an experience to you? No, I don't think. I think you'll stay in my life forever. I hope. What?
In a way. Yeah.
That is so sweet. Really?
I hope you don't ghost me.
I do not feel the same way. That's so crazy.
Okay.
Huh.
Cool. Good to know.
What? Awkward. I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I am kidding. Okay.
But I love the texts, the messages that you sent him. I remember you reading, and I was so proud of you. And I told you, if I was you, I would be proud. Not in a rude way, like, yeah, this is me, honey. If you like it, good for you. If you don't like it, like, get the fuck out.
Right.
It's like you were so mature and so emotional, intelligent. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely try not to be like, whenever I want to send that really mean text, I try to hold myself back, because no one wins. It's either you don't respond, or if you do decide to respond, which, to be honest, it's so much better when you don't. But if you can't help yourself, which is so me sometimes, then you just try to get out of it by being very thorough with your words. Yeah. You don't want to regret not saying something or saying something too much. Yeah. But in the end of the day, I will be honest, people that let you down, they really don't deserve responses from you.
Yeah.
And I do sometimes regret doing that. I do think if it brings you peace, and it is what it is, it brought me peace. But if I can't give advice, I would say don't be like me. They don't deserve a response ever.
Yeah, sometimes I feel that way and I end up like not replying, not giving the effort, because I came to the conclusion that I'm not here to save anyone. One thing is like to help your friends to be better versions of themselves. Some guys, they will never realize how they are, and they're not even there, you know, like working on themselves or whatever. So it's like, I'm not teaching them a lesson. I'm not even taking that time.
Yeah, because people are only ready to see something when they're ready to see it. So no matter how poorly they treat you, whatever it is, they're not going to care until they're ready to see it, until they're finally ready to grow up or and so on. And I think I've always said, if you want to teach a man a lesson, it's not with words, it's with silence.
Yeah.
So that's something I didn't do. But
and sometimes we don't even have to teach them a lesson, because it's not up to us. Yeah. It's like, your energy is too precious for this.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Which, by the way, energy exchange is a real thing. So when you talk about just sex, with meaningless sex and not meaning anything, even when you think it doesn't mean anything, you are exchanging energy. So I don't know if at this point in my life I'm ready to just have that. For me personally, it's just not for me. Aside from getting attached, I don't want to take on other people's energy. One time I was sleeping with this guy that was such not a great guy, and I was in denial about it because we just had sex. I was like, well, he could change.
Yeah.
And he was such a gossiper, talked shit about everyone. He was always jealous of everyone else. And when we stopped talking, I was more down than usual. Not because of him, because I didn't even like him. I felt, you know, in negative energy, and I feel like it sunk me into depression way faster. Yeah. And I knew it was because I took on his energy.
Because if he vibrates in a low energy, it's very, very easy. Sometimes we can pull other people's to our frequency, or we can go easily down. So yeah, it's scary in that way. But at the same time, whenever you feel that way, even with a boy or family or with friends, you can have commands. Like, you can say to yourself, or even like you can say it out loud, but like in a low volume, whatever. But you can give a command to your energy, like, I'm commanding to stay with my energy. I'm keeping my energy to myself.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but I always do that. Even when I'm like in a room full of people, or if I'm feeling like, oh, okay, I don't like this person energy, I just give that command, and like, yeah, it works with me.
I like that, yeah, because it is our choice. But I do think energy exchange is a real thing. And your body, it says, I read it somewhere, that a part of you is with them when you have sex with a man. And it takes a whole bleeding cycle.
It's more.
Well, somewhere it said 7 years. And then somewhere else it said it takes just one period to cleanse your body from that person.
I've heard that with us girls, it's like 6 months, I guess. Okay. Even if we're protected, it's okay, like,
so there's 3 different.
Yeah, but at least one thing's for sure: we keep their energy. Yeah, and actually, like, I do a lot of like energetic work on myself and spiritual healing with like my Reiki master in Portugal, back in Portugal. And I've read a lot of things about it, and I don't know, I was very interested in that. And she told me also that whenever boys have like themes to work on, for example, like insecurities, low self-esteem, jealousy, lackness, like the feeling of lackness, you know, if we have sex with them and we change energy, we'll take their problems to us. And then like in the future, even if it's like in I don't know, in a week, in days, in hours, we'll have challenges about those things that you thought that you had work on yourself, like low self-esteem. If you have sex with a guy that has to work on it, in the future, you'll get there and you'll be like challenged, and you'll
the low self-esteem.
Yeah.
That's
Like
really
we're taking their problems with us.
Okay,
You know?
so all of that, maybe then no to having sex with strangers that have problems that you don't know about because you're taking on their energy.
Yeah,
So
that's why my advice is never go and just like live your life and have sex with guys. But it's like you could have that challenge of, can I have sex without falling in love? But at the same time, having standards, of course. Like I'm not having sex with guys with low energy, with know, a lot of issues to treat. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I forgot who said this quote. They said, when someone's very positive or has very high energy, they can bring other people. I forget what they said. They said something about when someone has very low energy and is very negative, they can bring you down, and including the most positive person out there.
That's true.
And that's how that's why you need to stay away from people, not with low energy, but just people that are negative and just those type of people that it's always drama around them. Everything's the worst. They will bring you down. So if you're happy, that's what it is. If you're happy, you can, I wish I could find it. I'll have to look through it later, and I'm going to reread the quote, but it was just such a good speech.
But I totally believe in that. And I was actually challenged not that long ago. I was shooting a movie with this other actor, and no matter what I would do back home, I would like take showers with sea salt, like to clean the energy. I would do Reiki to myself. I would give those commands of like, how can I say, like affirmations or visualizing, like I'm putting like a shield around me before I would go on set to work with him, and nothing worked. Nothing worked. I would go back home to my hotel at a time, and I was like, fuck, I'm not happy doing what I love. Yeah, it was that strong because, and even no matter, sometimes then I would have some days like free days that I wasn't shooting, and I was able to meditate and do a lot of those things that I would do to bring back my frequency like in a higher level. Whenever I went back on set, he would feel that my energy was like light and good again. So he would be attracted by it. Sometimes like I would even talk to him, but he would be like just staying next to me because he would like my energy. And then as soon as we started interacting, he would pull me down again. And I would like, okay, now I have to. It was challenging. Yeah. So that's true.
You really can't bring people up if they're not looking to be brought up. But something about that is said something about how you can't bring people up when you're in that high vibration when they're not. But those low vibration people can definitely bring you down. Yeah, and it's scary. And even if you don't believe in energy or anything like that, just how you feel, how you see the world changes. And like I've told you about that one friend of mine that it completely lied. Remember that story? That lied about what happened between us and why we're not friends. Mm-hmm. So even that person, no matter, she was just always something going on. She's the most narcissistic.
Because dramatic. Their fuel is drama. They need that.
And no matter how much I tried to protect my own energy and how much I tried to take steps back from her, but still remain, polite or be friends with her, the minute she would just be next to me, it's just the moods. People will come up to her, we go out, and people will come up to her and be like, wow, I love Violet. She's just so vibrant. She's just so bubbly, blah, blah. And my friend will go like, Violet? Okay. And then she'll tell me that. I'm like, what do you mean? I am like that when I go out. You obviously know me during my antisocial days when I'm just at home, but that is how I am when I go out, because why would I not be excited and so happy to be out? And of course, like, she would need to bring that energy down because God forbid I'm getting the attention or I get to be a different version of myself. It's like, no, she has to remind me of the version of myself that makes her feel more comfortable, which is the low vibration one. Yeah. Where I'm depressed. Yeah. It's like, let me just have one good day. Yeah. People like that honestly scare me.
Yeah, they're energy vampires.
Yeah. And people like that scare me, especially the ones that have victim mentality, because you can't win, and they will, stay away from people that dim your light or make you feel like you're not good enough or constantly remind you of your past or who you used to be, because you deserve to be someone new every single day, and you deserve to change, you deserve to grow, and you deserve to find people who see the value in you and not have to remind you who you were even a month ago, a year ago, whatever. You know, no one's perfect, but you deserve to be happy. And I think sometimes it's good to just cleanse yourself emotionally, spiritually, and mentally from people in your life that just don't deserve your energy.
Yeah. And actually, I've been working with a coach. He's from LA, by the way. And he taught me about the core values, like identifying your core, the things that you need every day, like to stay sane, you know, like eat well, listen to your music, have your own time for yourself, meditate, work, and then after you identify those core values, anyone that don't respect those, they don't get a t-shirt from your dream team. And it's very funny because whenever he taught me that, and I was starting to being challenged in that way, it's like, okay, this person doesn't this friend, she or he wants to hang out with me, but they don't understand that I need like my hours to stay like by myself. They want to be like with me all the time, so they don't respect my core values. They love to be with me, but they don't respect that in this week I don't want to have fast food because I'm respecting myself and I want to cut it even if it's just for a week. Okay, so he or she don't respect my core values.
Got it. So the boundaries, they're so important. And sometimes I think we neglect our boundaries because we feel bad, or someone makes us feel like for example, even with that guy, he made me feel like my boundaries of what I feel that's good enough for me, that I was asking for too much, or that I had unrealistic expectations or whatever he said, when in reality, that's how you feel. And other people's feelings can be valid, but that doesn't mean my feelings are not valid.
Yeah.
It just means we're not aligning with one another, and we need to find two separate people that we can align with. And same with the friendships, because friendships is really hard to create boundaries. And I agree with you. Sometimes with that friend, there was constantly moments where I needed alone time to process things. And because they communicated differently than me and they needed to talk about in that moment, they weren't respecting my boundaries, and they would stick around me and want to talk about their feelings for hours until I would start crying. And I would be like, please, I need to go to sleep. I can't do this. And imagine what looking back now, I don't even know what kind of friendship that was. Like, I don't even know why.
A toxic one.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, but we had this conversation. Mel and I had some heart-to-heart conversations, and I kind of came to a conclusion and realization of the fact that her and I in the past have both attracted toxic friendships and relationships. And I think for a lot of people, whether you have mommy issues, daddy issues, any type of issues, if you have a childhood, and then if you have a childhood in general, you've gone through some trauma. Anyone with a childhood has experienced something. And based on those things, a lot of times as adults, we may not actually know what real love is if we didn't fully grow up with it from either parent or whatever it is in our life that was lacking. And I made me realize finally for the first time is the reason that I'm not attracting toxic people and so on, because we've talked about this. Toxic people will be friends and date anyone. It's the question is why keep those type of people around. And it's because I've, through growing up, has struggled to understand what love is. And because I didn't grow up with that type of love, and it made me feel like maybe I'm cold, I started to think that maybe it's my fault. Like, I'm feeling overwhelmed by, quote unquote, the type of love these friends were giving me. And it's my fault because I just don't know what love is. And then I was like, this must be love. And it's me. It's me that's just pushing it away. They love me. That's why they're so passionate about me. But like, no, that's not love. And I think everyone has those moments as they get older to get to learn that, what the definition of love is. And it changes over the years, but you get to learn that if you don't grow up with it, you really don't know what it is. So you end up accepting love that's not real love. It's just more like abuse on accident. So
and sometimes we keep those friends around because we think that we can't get better friends, or we just believe that, these are my friends, so if I don't have them, I will not have anyone else. But yeah, like life moves on, and there's so many people in the world that we can connect, like us. Like,
Yeah.
I live in Portugal, you live here, and like actually we get along. Actually, we have.
I mean, we live together for a whole week, so I feel like if there's one way, though we say before, when two people, this has nothing to do with us, obviously, but they say when two people are dating, before you move in together, travel together. So, because that's how you get to find out who someone is. So we got to be around each other 24/7 for a whole week. So if we were going to be annoyed with each other, irritated, it would have happened. But it was cool for me to live with Mel for a week because it made me, it validated that my boundaries weren't too much, because she respected my boundaries and I respected hers.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna talk about it, and I love the fact sometimes you would feel and you would ask me if you were too much for me, and I was like, no, actually, I need someone like you in my life to show me that it's fine to say like, oh, I'm gonna take a shower, so if you can go like to your room or whatever, you know.
I said it, but yeah.
She I could remember like some things that oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I was like, oh yeah, me too. And I was like staying around because we were spending more time together. And because also during the day you were working, I was doing another thing. So in the end of the day, I was like pushing to spend more time with you. And I love that in you, because you're not afraid of saying what you need in the moment.
Yeah.
In a not rude way, you know?
Thank you.
So yeah, I love to learn that from you, because I'm never like that.
No, it was nice, and it was cute because I think Mel and I are both people pleasers. So it was interesting to see how we were around each other where, wait, I want to do this. Wait, oh my God, I'm sorry. Is that okay? And then we'll both be like that with each other, and then the other one would be like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then you kind of get validated like, oh, okay. I'm allowed to think of myself really quick first before I think of other people. Oh, okay. And I think it helped me learn that I wasn't asking for too much, that if I needed space and her just going right away, yeah, okay, that's fine, I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah. You know, and vice versa. When I could tell that she needed her alone time, I was doing my own thing. Yeah. It was cool, but because even when she was out this one day, she was out all day, and she would text me updates that she was going to be coming home soon. I could tell like, okay, I don't know who's been in her life that told her that they need to know where she is at all times.
No one, actually.
Like, she was just like, and I'm like, okay, you're so silly. Yeah, I'll see you whenever you come home. But I thought it was cute. You know, it was sweet. And I think it helped us both see that our boundaries and what we've asked for in the past with different types of people in our life, we weren't asking for too much, or maybe we're asking for too little because we didn't want to step on other people's toes.
We believe that was enough for us.
Yeah. It was so nice to finally be able to just be like, okay, I need to rest. I don't want to stay up for longer, versus being like, oh, I don't want to upset this person. What if they'll never speak to me? Yeah, because even for a second, you went to your room to do your own thing, and then you came back upstairs, and I was like, oh my God,
did I upset you?
Did I upset you? Is that why you went away? And you're like, no, I was just doing stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
God, being human is so hard. Okay, well, unfortunately, you guys, we won't. Mel and I are going to do more stuff together in the future, probably more on Zoom, but she has to go catch her flight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set her off. But if you guys want to have her on again, like a longer episode, let me know in your DMs on Almost Adulting, and also make sure to follow her. Where can people find you?
My Instagram is Daniela Melchior. My Twitter is Melchior Daniela. And I have TikTok, Daniela Melchior, as well. Yeah.
And are you working on anything exciting this year?
This year, I have Fast and Furious X 10 Part 1 coming out, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Roadhouse, what else? Marlowe. And I think that's
I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Me too. I'm excited. Excited and sad at the same time, because it's the last movie.
That's so cool. You got to be part of it then.
Yes. I'm super excited.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So make sure to check out all those movies. Make sure to follow her on Instagram. I'll obviously have her information in the description of this bio. And unfortunately, we had to cut this episode short, but this was really fun. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for staying with me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course. Now get the fuck out.
I will.